What's up, everyone? Listen, I'm smiling, but this is no smiling matter. I heard the craziest story of my life. Okay? It's just a crazy story. Right now, I am sitting outside of dance, waiting for my kid to come out. She's done in about 15 minutes, but I'm early. I left work and I haven't gone home yet. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is, okay, here's a background story, a little bit of background information about me. I am an esthetician and I like outside of work. So on my own time, I'm an esthetician. So I have clients that come to my house and so on and so forth. So my client comes over, like whenever she came over, and she was like, "Girl, I have the craziest story. Like, you're not going to believe the story." And I'm like, "What? Tell me." Oh my God, it's insane. It's not very personal, so I'm not going to be like putting her business out there. That's not it. There's a confidentiality agreement that's unspoken that we have. This is wild. Okay. So I'm going to just cut some bits out. She has, in her apartment, oh, she lives like in a farmhouse, lots of land around her, blah, 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 blah. And behind her lives an older woman and her dog. So I don't know the name of the neighbor. I'm going to call her Greta. And Greta has this vicious dog. My client, I'm going to call her Mila. And I'm going to call her boyfriend Henry. So Mila and Henry live together. Their neighbor is Greta. Greta has this vicious, awful dog. It's just an awful dog. The dog has once bit Henry in the hand. That's Mila's boyfriend. Mila's my client. And he even bit his own owner, Greta, in her head, where she had to get 30 staples in her head because of this dog. And she has not gotten rid of the dog. She's not like, yeah, this dog needs to go. She's decided to keep this man around in her abusive relationship. So Mila's sister's over for a little bit. She's spending some time over there, and she barges into Mila and Henry's bedroom one morning, like around 7 a.m. And I was like, oh my God, the dog is attacking his owner. And they're like, what are you talking about? They're all groggy and whatever. And she's like, the dog, it's attacking the owner. So they run outside and they're trying to help this woman, but it is a grotesque scene, okay? She said it was a bloodbath, blood everywhere. And I don't know how it happened, but Henry, the boyfriend, had to actually punch the dog in the face to disorient him and pry him off of Greta. And somehow, some way, they open the door. This is all outside, by the way. They open the door for Greta's house and shove the dog in. At this point, Greta is down on the ground, screaming a mortifying cry of help, saying that she's going to die. I'm going to die. I'm going to die. And they're like, no, you're going to be fine. It's okay. She said, my client said that the dog was attacking Greta's arm to the point that she could see bone. The arm was shredded. And she's crying for her dear life. And she said it was just a scene. It was just a bewildering scene. So they had to air fly her to the hospital in Toronto. And she went into a coma. She lost way too much blood. She went into a coma because this dog attacked her own dog. So I'm thinking, whoa, what an insane story. Like, I'm so sorry that happened. That's wretched. I wish she had gotten rid of the dog the first time he attacked her, you know? And she's like, oh, girl, like, I'm not even done. So she goes into a coma, and they had to amputate her arm. Yep. They had to fully amputate this woman's arm. Poor Greta. So my client says that the cops and whoever is all around her neighborhood at that that whole night. They're sitting there, they're waiting for animal services, but animal services can come. Like, I don't know, all this drama and politics stuff was happening where they couldn't get into the house because they didn't have a warrant. They can't put the dog down because the owner didn't give permission, blah, 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 blah. All these things, right? Anyway, so I think I skipped something. I think maybe at that point, that's when they realized that she got her arm amputated, which is just so sad. Anyways, time passes by and I hear that the dog had been put down. They were able to get into the house, and I guess, I don't know, maybe her kids or whoever gave permission and they put the dog down. And so I guess maybe a few days passed, I don't even know. And they see movement in the neighbor's house, and they go out there and they see her daughters. And they're like, hey, like, what's poppin'? Like, are you guys okay? How's Greta? Like, what's going on? And they were like, oh my God, we had to pull the plug on our mom because she lost too much blood. Her organs shut down. She was pretty much just not functioning anymore. And they had to pull the plug on this woman because her own dog attacked her. Like, he mauled her to death. Isn't that sad? What a sad, sad, sad story. I don't know. We don't have any pets, and now I don't even want one. I think that's so awful. People, if you have a dog, please train it. Please keep it on the leash. You don't know when that dog can flip, because the fact is that dogs and animals cannot reason. They can't. I mean, we'd like to think that they can really reason, but I don't know, maybe this guy was just a bad breed, and I'm all for animal rights. I am a vegan, for God's sake. Like, I don't even eat animals. I don't treat animals poorly. I'm pro-life. This was a really sad scene, and I just feel like we should really know that animals are animals, and I just wish that she had taken better precaution. Like, I'm sure when he bit her in the head, it wasn't the first time that he attacked her. Anyway, that was a sad story, but crazy, right? Like, it seems like you can't make that up. It seems so far-fetched and wild and absurd and just unbelievable, but it happened. So now they're preparing for her funeral this week. Rest in peace, Greta. What a way to go, huh? Anyway, I thought I'd share that story with you. I don't know, maybe that's a bad idea. I'm sorry to ruin your day. I know it's bad. I don't want you to have a fear of dogs for the rest of your lives or anything like that. Please, I hope don't let your kids watch it. But that's what happened, and I'm sharing it with you. What do you think of that? Do you have any crazy dog stories? Anyway, I think, what time is it? Yeah, I'm going to be sitting in the car for a bit. My daughter's contempt dance teacher usually takes long, so it's like, yeah, we're done at 7:15, but then she'll waltz out at 7:45. And it's comp season, so like at the last minute, it's crazy because the comp teacher she's like the kind of girl that will change the dance like mid comp season, but she's a visionary and an artist and a true gem. So it's like, we don't even care. We're like, what? How can the dance be even better? How did you do it? Okay, done. I'm talking a lot. Okay, now I'll save it for later. Thanks for listening, and I will chat with you another time. Peace.